Namaste. After much thought, I think I found what I must be talking about. And most of my motivation to do these talks, which will follow henceforth, come from an experience where I had been passing by a talk that was going on. I did not pay much heed to it, but later when I had problems, somehow that those few words that I had heard while passing on really made a strong impact. And I was able to use that knowledge to get over my difficulties. So this will be basically covering essential points which can be used across a huge spectrum. Today's small discussion will be about Yagya. I'll try to explain my understanding of Yagya in very few words. I had the opportunity of meeting a great legend in the field of watershed management who told me that when he had first gone to the village to work for the poor and the underprivileged to help them overcome their hardships, he was advised by a very elderly gentleman that the land there does not have water because nobody puts the water back into the land. He showed him various ways in which the land drinks water. And that's what the concept of Yagya is. Whatever we give back to the nature gives it back many more times over. India was basically an agricultural nation. Agriculture makes you much more matured, much more sensitive, much more patient. Imagine the farmer who year after year keeps sowing the seeds, working on the land, not sure if the rains are going to be on time and if the harvest will be good enough. But he keeps on working. How much patience does he need to build up? Now, if we look at our economic system, our attitudes, and when I say our attitudes, I mean those who are part of the mainstream system. I do not mean those people who are criminals or behave very similar to criminals or cry victim. I'm talking of people who are farmers, who take responsibility, who have created this nation of India through mutual understanding, mutual cooperation, respecting each other's boundaries, and being sensitive. In the Middle East, we find that in earlier years, they got most of their revenue through either taxing the businesses that went that way or they created a lot of slave trade. In the Western Hemisphere, again, it was largely exploitation. That is why we find them coming up with ideas and economic systems which are not exactly self-sustaining for very long period of time. They are able to create a hollow economy supported by wars, by selling war machinery or by creating wars so that they can loot other nations. The Middle East may keep on blaming them, but the reality of both the places, whether it is West or Middle East, is that they are built on loot and extortion. We may give it very nice names. We may like to travel to those countries, and those countries also have nice people. I do not blame neither the economic system or the people. I just say the system evolved out of their compulsions, which was largely being a parasite on other systems, taxing others, looting others, robbing others, even exterminating whole civilizations so that they could survive. Was it right or wrong? I will not be the judge. So now, if you look closely and you make your decisions based on this understanding that we have to encourage ideas which are around Yagya, you will slowly find yourself moving in the right direction. It is true that we are in this world and there's no need to take responsibility for the whole world. But we can certainly, in our day to day choices, make decisions based on the choices that can make us better and stronger. There's a popular story where the grandfather tells about the white wolf and the black wolf, or the white dog or the black dog in some cases. The grandchild asks which one of them grows up to be strong. The grandfather says, the one you feed more. So it's the same thing. We have to make choice. Whom are we going to feed more? Which civilization are we going to support more? In day-to-day transactions, decisions may vary, but in our back of mind, we must be very clear. This is not against religions. This is not against people. It is just stating a fact. Which of the civilizations have evolved in which way, and which of the systems do we need to encourage and strengthen? Hari Om.